Hey everyone, Wade Vander, Molen, and Stuart Title. In today's video, I want to talk about something that most realtors don't want to talk about, and that is SEO for their website. Okay, most real estate agents have a website. Most real estate agents don't know how to use that website, not the way that it really was intended to be used, right? To allow them to reach a larger audience online so that more people can discover them, find them credible and valuable, and then reach out to them and say, hey, I found you online, I'm moving to your area, can you help me buy a house? Or, hey, I found you online and I'm selling my home in the spring, can you come over and talk to me about it? I really like what's on your website. The problem is they don't know how to make it discoverable, right? They mostly just have a basic templated site that doesn't have a lot of content, not a lot of gas in the engine to really make it go. So I want to talk about some beginner SEO strategies for realtors. I know this is a massive topic and I'm trying to really break it down to make it easy on a few different topics here. So let's get started. So what is SEO and why is it scary? So it's not necessarily a super complicated thing, but a lot of times realtors think that it is. So think of it this way, when you go to Google or Yahoo or Bing or whatever, even YouTube search, and you go to that search bar and you type in something, those are all called keywords, okay? Obviously, Google's job is to find the most relevant websites possible with the answer to the question you're putting in that search bar, okay? So think of it as you put in a phrase, a search, a question, something into the search bar, and Google's algorithm all of a sudden goes into gear, and think of it as like a monstrosity library all full of websites instead of books. Okay, so remember when you were a kid and you went to the library and you did the card catalog, right? Or all those systems to find the right book in the right section of the library that kind of met what you were looking for? It's very similar, okay? Then Google takes all those websites that are similar to what you're looking for or potentially has the answer. It finds the most relevant one with the best content and it puts it into the search results page called the SERP, search engine results page, in an order, right? Hey, most relevant, second relevant, third relevant, fourth relevant, etc. Okay? Your job is to make sure that your website is relevant or one of the most relevant in the area where you work, where you're trying to generate clients, where you're trying to get business, and that it is then discoverable, right? So the question I ask realtors is, if I didn't know you existed, how would I discover you online, right? I don't know your name, I don't know you, I don't know anything. What would I type into the search bar to discover content you created or a website or a video channel you created that leads me to you? If you know the answer to that question, you're in good shape. If you don't know the answer to that question, we should be talking. That's a problem, okay? So here are some of the great benefits of search engine optimization, okay? Number one, it creates organic search traffic for your website, okay? Meaning you're not paying to get eyeballs. It's organic, right? So I get a lot of people that call me they find me online. It's all organic search traffic. I don't pay for anything, okay? Number two, organic traffic is usually consistent when you're ranking fairly high, okay? So if you're trying to rank for your subdivision or a certain area where you work or a certain demographic of client in a certain area, generally, if you're in the top 2 or 3 spots, you're probably gonna get the same consistent traffic. That means regular eyeballs to you, okay, all the time. That's great. And number 3, it gives you the opportunity to reach a much larger audience, okay? Meaning that if you only have to pick up the phone or send out emails or post on Facebook to reach people, and you don't have another turning wheel over here that allows you to hit hundreds or thousands of extra people, then that's kind of where you're having a problem, okay? The next thing you want to do when you're on your website is create relevant backlinks. Okay, that's when you can highlight a word or a phrase and you can link that to another website. Well, are you on another website where you're relevant? Do you have a YouTube channel? Do you have a Yelp review page? Do you have a Zillow review page? Do you have some other website that maybe you create content and maybe you for a charity or something? Something that links your content to other relevant content that hopefully adds value back to you and makes the person who's clicking on the backlink smarter. Okay? Make sense? Here's a quick story. I write articles for Inman.com. The only reason I really do that isn't so that I can say, hey, look, I write articles for Inman. It's that because at the end of their articles that I write, they backlink that article on their website, which gets over 1 million viewers a month, to my DC Title Guy website, which gets far less. Okay, that adds relevance to my website. It tells the search engines my website is fairly important, so it pushes me up the index because a really relevant website is pointing an arrow to its audience back to my less important website. Make sense? Okay. Also, next, search intent. Okay. What would someone put into, again, a search bar to find your website? Think target audience, think end user in mind before creating your content. Oh, by the way, this makes a lot more sense and is easier if you create content. If you have a website and you just set it and forget it and don't do anything to it, it's like a dying website. It just keeps going down, further down the ocean to the ocean bottom, and no one will ever find it ever again. Okay, so creating the content is super important, but you got to know who your target audience is, create relevant content about that target audience, and do a lot of other great things. The next, syndication. Awesome, you created this great article, you got backlinks, it looks awesome, it got photos in there and it looks fantastic, but you can't let it always just sit on your website. You got to push it out to create people coming into it. That's LinkedIn, that's Facebook, that's Instagram story. Maybe again, you can get another website to link back to that website to get that traffic. That is humongous, okay? A few small things, a few small tips to start creating relevant content, right? And also have it be discoverable so you can become credible, so you can get clients, so you can make money, so you can get referrals, and you make more and you do more business. Okay? But it starts with strategies. If you are interested in working with me, I'm Vander with Stewart Title. I would love to help you, especially in the new year, so we can get kicked off the right way. If you want a free SEO beginners ebook, send me an email at wvander@stewart.com and I'll send it to you. Okay? My email is also below in the description of the video. Looking forward to working with you in the new year, and hopefully this was helpful.